Welcome back. I don't know how to start this. I legit don't. I see this. I'm like, okay, that's got to be no. And then I go to the Athletic, and I'm like, no, that's the thing. This is the thing that we're going to talk about. I know it's late on the East Coast, and I know everybody's asleep in Europe, but turn up your volumes. Uh, Evander Kane. This is huge. $26.8 million in debt is what they're saying. So that's they're gonna take all your stuff kind of debt. He is filed for bankruptcy, and of course that's declared bankruptcy. And if you want to do the Michael Scott thing and declare bankruptcy, go right on ahead. I thought it in my head. The office has changed their lives forever. Evander Kane, and the other side of this is he is considering terminating. He may terminate his contract with the Sharks. Walk away. He's 3 years into a 7-year, $49 million contract. Some of that money could pay his debts. I don't know how to go. And he's saying that he's citing health concerns. His wife recently gave birth to their child, so there's a lot to unpack here. This is one of those stories that's just gonna blow up, is my guess. So I don't know where to go with this other than for the San Jose Sharks, who clearly would have needed Evander Kane and his goal scoring to have a hope of having a bounce back season. This is a good old fashioned kick between the right where you don't need it. 26.8. Holy crow. Now, here's the thing with Kane. We have heard, for years, that the gambling stuff and his penchant for it. And remember, there was the discussions of him having gambling debts in Vegas. It may go a lot further than that. So, yeah, $26.8 million in debt. He's been making $7 million a year. I know there's some going into escrow, but anyways, that is absolutely stunning news. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comment section below, because yeah, he's got 3 houses. He's going to lose all of them, because that's what happens when you're millions and millions of dollars in debt, is they just take your stuff. This is, yeah, I hope everything's okay with him. I mean, I know there's going to be jokes and people having this lighthearted moment that don't like Evander Kane, but this is absolutely devastating. And this is a guy who, if he's 26.8 million in debt, there's a problem there. So that's something that hopefully he'll get to the root of. Yeah, there's no way to segue from that news. New York Islanders. Green has officially signed his 1-year contract with the Islanders for $700,000. So league minimum there. And Green is a useful number 6 or number 7 defenseman. And Lou Lamoriello brings him back. And now the Matt Martin contract, which was rumored, a week ago? I don't know. What are weeks anymore? 4 years, $6 million. It's official. $1.5 million a year will take Martin into his late 30s. And so he'll retire as a member of the New York Islanders. And there you go. So the only one that's not official yet is Corey Schneider's. You have to think Corey Schneider's is probably going to be league minimum as well. And yeah, so the Islanders, of course, having to play around with the cap money. And there's going to be a bunch of guys going in LTIR on Wednesday once the season starts. There's a difference in how much cap relief you get if it's before the season starts or after the season starts. That's why there's been nobody put on LTIR yet. And apparently Steen's going on for the Blues tomorrow, and then Tarasenko on Wednesday because they get more cap relief that way. It's weird because they do all this, and I'm thinking, okay, so are we just going to pretend that the hard cap is still a thing, or are we still we're gonna have teams every year doing this, especially with the cap being flat now? But yeah, so the Islanders are going to do some creative book work. The Canucks are another one. The Blues are another one. There are a lot of them that are just going to get creative with the books this year. Oilers, Oscar Klefbom, he believes he needs surgery for the chronic shoulder problem that he's been having. That being said, he's not playing this season anyways. The only thing is, we're in mid-January. Now, if he has surgery and if that makes the prognosis more long-term, it may start to affect next season as well. And again, since everything is nebulous now when it comes to injuries, we'll see. But the other side of it, too, is sometimes if you have the surgery to fix it, it might make it easier to actually have that fix rather than waiting for it to heal on its own and avoiding the surgery. So it really depends on the injury, the nature of it, and hopefully Clefbaum gets the right medical advice. And yeah, while everybody is still just thinking about Evander Kane, right? We're all just, this is the thing. This is the thing that's everything right now. But there's other articles that are, you know, noteworthy today, including for the Kings. Okay, enough with Kane. Focus. Alex Turcotte is week to week with a lower body injury, which is also the listing for Martin Ferk, who's week to week and is likely to miss the start of the season for the Kings. So that hurts. The Kings looking for the young, exciting, fast team, and they're starting off 2 players short of what was expected to start the season. So, yeah, Evander Kane, dear Lord. Anyway, anyways. Yeah, so Ferk, Turcotte out week to week, and we'll see how that affects the Kings out of the gate. Because you have to think that for the Kings right now, they're likely looking at the layout right now and saying we should be the best team in California. Who knows? Anyways, now on the Toronto front, I know all summer Mikko Lehtinen, there was a lot of talk about excitement in Leafs land about how good this guy was going to be. Apparently, he's likely a scratch to start the season. Doesn't mean he's a bust. It doesn't mean he's not going to make it. It just means he's on the outside looking in to start the season. Now, considering he's coming over from the KHL, it may just be a familiarity thing where both the coach is familiar with the 6 defensemen that are going to start the season, and for some players it takes them a little bit longer to acclimate to North American ice. So we'll see what goes on with Lehtinen. There's some hopes pinned on him for Leafs fans and Leafs management. We'll see how things go for him, and if the scratch is a sign of things to come, or if it's just he's going to get scratched for a couple games to start the season and then everything will work out. Speaking of everything working out, if you are a fan of the New Jersey Devils, you are hoping that Nico Hischier, that this is good news. His status is uncertain to start the season. He does have the walking boot off. He's going to meet with the doctor, and they're going to decide what is going to happen next and how far out he is and when he's going to be able to play. But having the walking boot off is a good sign, and so Nico Hischier may be close to playing. Jesper Bratt is very likely to miss the start of the season. I know there's a lot of guys that are because of quarantine and testing and all this stuff that has to happen. And since contracts were delayed, and for some players coming in from other countries, their entry was delayed. So the New Jersey Devils may be shorthanded to start the season, but it sounds like Bratt will be in the lineup relatively quickly. And Hischier may be as well. So that would definitely improve the fortunes of the New Jersey Devils if he's available. But really, Evander Kane, that is the biggest news. It is, because it's just kind of out of nowhere. I don't remember hearing any rumblings, like I said, other than, so he's got some debts. That's fine. Wow. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.